Hi everybody, I'm Dave Feidler for Bingo's Foundation, and we are here at the cat shelter checking in on some of the cats that we met last time and some of the new ones that have been added to the shelter since we did our video, I guess about 3 months ago. And you know, Bingo's Foundation is a wonderful organization. It's a 501c3 nonprofit for the cats. It's a no-kill shelter. We basically do everything that we can do to find suitable homes for cats, and that's one of the reasons why we're coming into your home today, to show you our cats and see if one of them might interest you as an addition to your feline family. I'm here with Eleanor from the Bingo's Foundation, and Eleanor, I know we've got some exciting events coming up here, and we'll talk about those just briefly before we go out and see some of the cats. On October 21st, we have our first ever scavenger hunt, which is a fundraiser that we're doing. In the past, we've done things like walkathons, and we tried to come up with an idea this year that would be something unique and different, and I think we've hit upon that with the scavenger hunt. So, Eleanor, maybe tell us just a little bit about that as far as where it's going to be and how people might be able to become involved with it.
Okay, the scavenger hunt's going to be at Falls Community Park. It's going to be October 21st, and it starts at noon. However, the hunt itself starts at 1:30, and we want everyone to bring their thinking caps because we have a lot of riddles and puzzles, and we have a great prize for the winner who solves all the puzzles and gets back to the final location.
Okay, well, that's just one event that we've got coming up, and we've got several others, and we'll talk about those toward the end of our program as we're kind of closing out the segment. But right now, let's take a walk around and visit with some of the cats.
This is Odie. Odie's one of our senior citizens who's been at the shelter for probably close to 2 years and will probably be at the shelter for the rest of his life. As you can see, he's a sweetheart. However, he does have some special needs. He does have litter box issues and some health issues, but he is one of the cats that you can sponsor on our website. If you go to Bingo's Foundation's petfinders.com, there's a little heart by Odie's name, and you can always sponsor him and help him survive for the rest of his life at the shelter with good food and medical care.
Now, if you watched the video that we did last time, this cage might look familiar to you, although a cage is a cage, but just from the vantage point of this one. This is the one where we had the beautiful white long-haired cat, Cassie, and she was adopted and found a home. And Eleanor, why don't you tell us a little bit about how Cassie came to be adopted and a little bit about her new home.
Cassie was adopted by a wonderful woman who has 2 other cats, 2 older cats, and of course, if you remember, Cassie was a senior citizen as well. But the most wonderful news, if you remember, she was just kind of stuck to her cage, and she did not like to roam around the shelter. Well, in her new home, she is the queen of her new home. She runs around the place. She's in every shoebox you can think of filled with toys, flipping them around. She is the happiest cat. But the most exciting part of that is the person who adopted her absolutely loves her, talks about her. She's had her other cats for years, but she talks about Cassie like she's in love with Cassie. In fact, she gave her a middle name. She calls her Cassie Joy. That's how much joy she brings to her. So it's a very happy ending with Cassie. Now, as you see at the cage right now where Cassie was in, this is Lily. Lily is one of 4 siblings, all girls. They were born outside to a feral mom. We took them in. We've had them fixed. They're all updated with shots. They tested negative. Rosie and Lilac are the other 2 kitties that are roaming around the shelter because we do let them out and run around and get exercise. But before we leave, we do put them away for their safety. And they have another sibling, Sweet Pea, and she's been on our Facebook quite a bit. She's the one with the liver condition.
You know, if you're looking for a kitten or a younger cat, and that's one thing that we hear quite frequently from people, that they like the older cats and they also would have loved to give them a home, but, you know, they're looking for something that maybe is going to be a little bit of a longer-term commitment, and getting a cat that's young like this is certainly the way to maybe satisfy that, and you've got a choice here from some of these beautiful cats from this litter that, you know, would absolutely love to be in your home. Okay, up here on the top of the cage, we have Chili. And it's actually a good name for him because he's chilling out right now. He's a little on the shy side. You know, if you're looking for a cat that maybe is a little bit more sedate, a little bit more quiet, a little bit more shy, then come over and take a look at Chili. Might be just the right cat for you. Okay, the next cats we're going to talk about are Wacko and Yakko. And this is Wacko, isn't it, Elle?
This is Wacko. He's about 5 months old. He's long-haired, beautiful black cat, as you can see. He's lovable. He's sweet. He needs a home. His sister Dot was just adopted last Saturday. Yakko is a tortie, and she's just as sweet as he is. They've both been neutered, spayed, and updated with shots, and they are certainly looking for a wonderful, wonderful home. He's an absolutely gorgeous pussycat that would love a wonderful home for the holidays.
Okay, just a few seconds ago we saw Wacko, and now this is Yakko. And Elle, I know you talked a little bit about Yakko before, but now that we've got him here on camera, let's talk a little bit about him again.
Okay, well, actually, Yakko is a female. She's a tortie, and torties are always females, and she's just as sweet as her brother. She was just actually spayed last week. But she's fine now. Everything's healed, and she and Yakko are both looking for homes. They do not have to be adopted together. However, of course, it would be nice since they are siblings. And their other sibling, like I said, Dot, was already adopted last weekend, and she's doing great in her new home, and she has a brother there. So this is Yakko. She's a doll.
Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about Todd and Ollie, and these guys are just bundles of energy. Elle, tell us a little bit about them.
Well, this is Ollie, and Ollie and Todd were actually strays that were found by one of our volunteers, and it's really sad. They must have been booted out of their house because these two are the sweetest, most playful kitty cats around. They're probably about a year and a half old. We're not really sure, but they tested negative, and they're updated with shots, and they're ready for a home. And these two really would be nice if they were adopted together because they play so nicely, but they don't have to be. I mean, they do kind of play independently. However, we would recommend that they should be the only cat if they go into your home because they are a little bit over playful. They're nice cats. They're not aggressive. They're not mean. But the two of them get along great. But if they're going to be separated, they should probably be the only cat in the home.
And who do we have right here, Elle?
This is Tux. This Tux also was actually he's a really nice cat, and one of our volunteers who feeds a colony of cats found him wandering into the colony. So apparently somebody must have dumped him out at the colony, and they realized he was so sweet they brought him to Bingo's Foundation, and he's a really nice cat. Give him a chance.
Okay, this is Rusty. I'm not sure if we had Rusty in the previous video or not, but for some reason Rusty loves to be around the sink. And Elle, tell us a little bit more about Rusty.
Hey, Rusty's one of our older cats. I'm not sure. She's about 8 or 9 years old. She's a love bug. She's not fond of the other cats. If you see her wandering, you'll notice every once in a while she'll hiss and spit at the other cats. But she absolutely loves people, and she would make a great companion to anybody. A great friend and companion. She's would like a quiet home. She'd just like to sit on someone's lap, watch TV with them. She's just a very good girl, very sweet. And she does like to drink from the sink. As you can see, she likes the faucet, so we do call her a little faucet cat. Or maybe she's just trying to hide from all the other cats. We're not really sure. But she is certainly ready for a home, so please consider adopting Rusty.
Okay, this is Todd. We saw Ollie before, and you just saw Ollie again, but this is Todd. And as you can tell, they're by their color, they're siblings. And I think, Eleanor, you said that a while ago as well.
We believe they're siblings. We're not 100% sure, but they appear to be siblings. They're very close, as you could tell. And is Todd just absolutely gorgeous? Look at him. He is a handsome boy. Probably the most playful cat I've ever encountered. He just loves to play. Give him a ball, give him a toy, and he's the happiest cat. Ollie is more inquisitive, and I think Ollie would probably be a real nice lap cat, given a chance.
They really have beautiful coloring. I mean, even down to the patterns on their tails. They're just really gorgeous cats. They'd be wonderful additions to your home.
Okay, this is our Zoe, and if you remember from our last video we had, Zoe was dumped here outside our shelter door in a Staples box, taped up with a little pencils punched in for air holes. And she's been with us, actually she came last October, so she's been with us for about a year. And in our last video we mentioned that she was up front. She hates the other cats. So we moved her back here so we can push all the other cats out of the room, close the door, and she can have her freedom and walk around. So we've been working with her, and actually she's a really sweet cat. She would really prefer a quiet home, definitely no other animals at all. And I think she would make a great companion to an older person. We're not 100% sure how old she is, but we do believe she is probably a senior, maybe about 8 years old. She's absolutely a beautiful black cat. And hi, sweetie. And she loves to talk too. She loves to be brushed. So if you're looking for somebody who's just not going to give you a hard time and just wants to just be at peace and sit on the sofa and enjoy your company and you can enjoy them, Zoe's definitely the cat for you.
Okay, one of the things that's really important when you have a cat is to basically play with them and exercise them. This is something that they really enjoy. Obviously, we're in favor of keeping cats indoors, and you know, the way that they kind of keep their skills active and, you know, get get a little bit of opportunity to burn off energy is to actually play with them a little bit. And that's what Eleanor is doing right now.
Okay, if you look at the shelves, you can see on the top shelf to the right, we have Good Boy. He is a tabby who is probably about a year and a half. He is a really nice cat. He's sweet, a little shy, but he would make a great addition to your family if you're interested in adopting him. Next to him on the top shelf, we have Tigger. Tigger is probably another one of our cats that will be here for the rest of his life. He's been with us for about 5 years now. He's a very shy cat. He loves cats. He hates people. So unless you're willing to take a cat in that wants no part of you, he'll probably spend the rest of his life with us. And then if you can see on the second shelf, Miss Potato Head, she's also known as Taffy. She's a senior cat. She's a very nice cat. When she first came into the shelter, she was probably a little on the feral side, but she's absolutely mellowed out, and she's really, really nice. And you know, she's never had a home. And if anybody's willing just to take her in her home, she would really make a nice companion for someone. She's very, very sweet at this point. And then on the bottom shelf, if you notice, there's another tortie. That is Philly. Philly is a sister to Chili, who you met earlier. She's also a little shy, on the shy side, but she would make a nice addition to somebody's home if they were willing to be a little patient with her and give her some time to adjust and trust them, because she is a very nice cat with us. It's just that when people come in, she does tend to hide a little bit. And if you could peek inside the cage, you'll see a tiny little kitten that was just brought in on Sunday. She was born to a feral mom. She's a little shy. We're working with her. She's probably about 3 months. She's been fixed. She's ready to go with somebody. She does need to be socialized a little bit more, but we figure within a week she'll be playing, just like Ollie and Todd.
Okay, here we have Molly. She's one of our younger cats, one of our kittens, our adolescents, I guess we should say. Tell us a little bit about Molly and her siblings.
Okay, Molly came in with Maggie, and Molly was also born outside to a feral mom. As you can see, though, she's a really nice cat who I'm probably holding wrong. She's a calico. She's beautiful. She's about 4 to 5 months old. She's fixed. She's updated with all her shots, so she's ready for a home right now.
Now, folks, as we get ready to close out our segment here today, I did mention that we were going to talk about some of the other fundraising opportunities for Bingo's Foundation. And obviously, as a nonprofit, no-kill shelter, we're very concerned about making sure that we have the resources financially to take care of the cats the way that they should be taken care of, and also even expand our program. One of the things that we're looking at is possibly acquiring another facility that we actually own as opposed to rent. But that all takes money, and fundraisers are a very important part of that process. These baskets are for our biggest fundraiser of the year, which is our charity auction that we've been doing now for probably, what, Eleanor, about 7 or 8 years? Yes, and it just seems to get bigger and better each time. And these are just some of the baskets that are filled with prizes on the night of the auction. That we basically get these prizes from businesses and everything from the Philadelphia sports teams all the way up through some of our retailers here in the Bucks County area. And this is just a small sampling of the baskets. I think last year we had probably, about 150 different prizes?
Yeah, over almost about 190 baskets.
190 baskets, as well as some other items like tickets to events and gift certificates for dinners and you name it. That auction for 2013 comes up on Saturday, April 13th. And keep it in mind, put it on your calendar right now. It's a wonderful event. We have food, we have, as I mentioned, all sorts of prizes, and there will be full information about it on our website as we get closer to that. And if you are a business in town and you're watching this video and you would like to help us out with maybe get involved in donating a prize or whatever, the contact information is at the end of the video. You can get a hold of us and let us know what you'd like to do to support our auction. So again, the date on that is Saturday, April 13th, 2013. We also have another fundraiser coming up a little bit closer, a little bit sooner. That is going to be our holiday bingo event. And you get that, Bingo's Foundation and Bingo to Help the Cats. That comes up on Friday, December 14th. And we had a wonderful turnout for that last year. It almost always sells out at the Ben Salem Senior Center. And so make a note of that on your calendar as you're doing your holiday planning. Bingo for Bingos on Friday, December 14th. Well, folks, that concludes our little walk around here at Bingo's today, and we hope you enjoyed it. And we've really just scratched the surface. There are many more cats here, and the best thing that we can recommend is to go on the Pet Finders website. You see it right there on your screen. Just log on there, and you can see all of our cats, the ones that we talked about today and the ones that we didn't. And again, we would just like to remind you that we need your support. As Eleanor alluded to, we're a volunteer organization. We're always looking for volunteers, and we're always looking for those financial donations. And you can either support us through sponsoring the cats. Eleanor mentioned that. Go on the Pet Finders website. You can see a little heart there next to all of our cats that you can click on, and you can sponsor that cat. That's one way you can support us. Or you can support us by participating in some of the events that we have coming up, such as the scavenger hunt, the Bingo for Bingos, and also the auction on April 13th, our big fundraiser of the year. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on Bingos.